Do you ever feel that little pressure in your heart
There is a great disturbance in the force.
for the people who walked with you when you were just starting to figure out this whole adulting thing? Maybe in a different city or a different chapter? That's why you're here to reminisce greatly on those invisible threads that still tie you together. Time to dust off those remember whens and revive the magic. Or maybe you're still pretending that you don't miss them. Nice try, Mama. Lola Reggie sees right through you. Either way, let's reconnect. So I'm gonna share with you the things we did even if you don't ask and even if we don't get tons of views. And it's starting right now. Before we continue though, make sure to give the video a like, subscribe, or follow to our socials and hit the bell icon so you're always notified whenever we drop fresh content. Everything has to start somewhere, and for us, the journey began with a bus ride to Tula Marine Airport. Since we live far from the airport, we had to rely on airport service providers like KUL. And while waiting for the bus, my hunger got the best of me and I devoured a pack of skyflakes to keep myself full. The ride was uneventful, and after a short while, we finally arrived at the airport, ready to kick off our trip. The first stop, Macca's, or McDonald's if you are not Australian. Because when you have limited food options in Melbourne before a flight, a quick burger is always a safe bet. Yummy. Since choices were scarce, Mama came prepared and she bought some hard-boiled eggs and bought me a cheeseburger. I couldn't help but laugh when she warned me about the inevitable eggy fart smell later. Mama, don't worry, if I catch a whiff of something suspicious, I'll know it's you, but I won't say a word. With our bellies full and our bags light, we were ready for the next step, boarding our flight. No unnecessary baggage, no stress, just us and our small luggages. With a faulty wheel, we made a conscious decision to skip check-in luggage. Companies, take a look at this. Why can't you make women's clothes like this, okay? Partly to avoid flight's extra fees, but mostly because we despise dragging around heavy bags. Who wants to deal with huge suitcases, long baggage drop lines, and the risk of lost luggage? Not us. Instead, we packed light, sticking to carry-ons, which made moving around so much easier. Oh, and also, so that we would dodge the check-in line. Not only that, since Mama doesn't like paying extra fees for her carry-on, yeah, most of the time these budget airlines are notorious on weighing even your carry-on, she strategically bought a jacket with lots of pockets, like big ones, so she could sneak in small items enough to stash all her little essentials. And she was clever enough to put books on my front tummy and on my back. We fit them in our backs. The things my mother will do to avoid paying things. Just make sure you can still walk comfortably, Mama. Mama, what does it feel, Mama?
Feels like good.
And we're here at the departure area. Entrance. We still can't see our boarding gate number, but anyways, we still need to be inside the terminal. While waiting, we were making this old TikTok trend, but I need to make a twist about it. I just want to have other takes on it. So I came up with as if I don't like to be on this traveling, which was the exact opposite. I always want to be with Mama on the road. Boarding time! Okay, this is it. We're about to take off from Melbourne to Kuala Lumpur. Of course, I came prepared, puke bag in hand. You'll never know when turbulence will decide to turbulate, and I refuse to be caught off guard. Oh, no. If the sky gets bumpy, I'll be ready to blow my worries and maybe my dinner into this little paper savior who catches my natural wasteful instincts. I wish I can just get used to it. I want to get used to flying because we do it a lot. This one-way flight for 2 adults, yep, adults, no more childfare discounts for me, cost us 607 Australian dollars, Melbourne to Manila with a layover in Kuala Lumpur. Mama's thrilled that I'm now a full-price passenger. Joking. But hey, that's the price of growing up. Also joking.
Chicken or beef?
This is what we love about AirAsia. It's so cheap to add extras. Mama, being the foodie that she is, loaded up on 2 main meals per person. She tried to order more, but the website didn't allow to order more than 2 meals per passenger. Speaking of food, the seatbelt sign just turned off, which means cabin crews were gearing up to serve. And that means mealtime is coming. And the meal trays arrive. She ordered the burhara chicken biryani along with a simple cup of coffee, just hot water mixed with coffee granules. Since she's cut out sugar, this was basically her version of an in-flight espresso. Meanwhile, I went for the prawn and chicken wonton noodles, keeping my expectations low since, well, it's plain food and it's a budget airline at that. But boy was I in for a surprise. The wonton noodles turned out to be way better than I anticipated. The prawns and chicken wonton were still tender, even after reheating. There was no rubbery texture here. The wontons held their shape perfectly, not falling apart into a mushy mess. For a cheap airline meal, it was seriously impressive. Now let's talk about Mama's meal, the burhara chicken biryani, one of AirAsia's signature dishes. The biryani had a nice mix of aromatic spices. The chicken was tender and well marinated, and the basmati rice stayed fluffy instead of turning soggy. But here's the catch, this biryani is not for the faint-hearted. Mama loves spicy food, but even she still can't tahan? Huh? What do you mean tahan?
Wait, tahan, what's that mean?
I cannot stand.
Through the heat level of this biryani. But she powered through anyway, but I could still see the sweat forming on her forehead. If you can't handle serious spice, steer clear of this dish. Or if you don't want to spend a lot of time in the airplane toilets, then steer clear of this dish. I really wanted to finish my meal, but my motion sickness always makes me cautious about eating too much on a plane. Thank you, motion sickness. Now I can't stuff myself on a plane. Thankfully, Mama is always ready to save the meal. She happily finishes whatever I can't eat. So Mama takes it upon herself to clean this dish no matter what. And this wonton noodle was no exception. It was just too delicious to leave behind. Even reheated, the flavors held up, and Mama couldn't resist helping herself to the last bite. She gets an extra meal, and I get peace of mind, knowing nothing goes to waste, especially when the food is this tasty.
Darling, hold my hand.
Nothing beats a jet to your holiday. Charot. Next, Pak Nasser's nasi lemak. The coconut-infused rice is fragrant, though not as rich as traditional nasi lemak. And the tiny banana leaf tucked inside is a nostalgic touch. For Mama, who grew up in the rural Philippines where meals were often wrapped in banana leaves before plastic became common, this small detail instantly transported her back to childhood. There's something magical about food that unlocks deep memories, like that ratatouille moment.
Huh?
And this meal did just that. What's a dish that instantly takes you back to your past? Share your nostalgic food stories in the comments. We'd love to read them. Now back to the meal. The rice stays moist, but not soggy, thanks to the coconut milk, while the sambal belacan strikes the right balance. Sweet, spicy, and just fragrant enough with a hint of shrimp paste. It clings perfectly to the rice without being too watery or overwhelming. The anchovies add a salty punch, though they lose some crispiness in transit, and the peanuts bring a satisfying crunch. The boiled egg is basic, just a plain half-boiled egg, but it rounds out the dish well enough. Now that we're satisfied with our main dishes, time for dessert! I don't have a man. I don't have a man. If you're talking about my dad, then you've hit a new low. Let's move on to the star of the sweet finale. AirAsia Santan surprisingly offers an in-flight dessert option, the burnt cheesecake. Unlike typical mass-produced sweets, it avoids being overly sugary. The charred top adds a mild smokiness, balancing the sweetness, but it's not too sweet. It's a delightful way to end a meal mid-flight. If you're craving something sweet but not heavy, this is a solid pick. Just don't expect a huge slice. Would I order it again? Absolutely! Yeah, especially with a cup of coffee for my mother. Have you tried it? Let me know your thoughts down below. I guess AirAsia's Santan menu really knows how to deliver decent flavors even at 30,000 feet.
Ayoko ng ano, tahimik. Yung devil na lang sa
Powder na galing sa pinaka-temple nila. Honey, the car. It's not my fault.
So this balsamic vinegar?
Last time, they went here, right? She's from Philippines, she's from Australia that time.
No.
So many police, you know?
I'm the police.